In my school days, we were repairing motorcycles, bicycles, all kind of electrical equipment like irons, TV sets, everything. And most of the time we used to break them. We couldn't repair them again. But that is how we start. That was the learning process. One thing in opening my own workshop was, it was my father's ambition to open a workshop. In his college days, he had his own pit in the house. We had a Skoda at that time in 1950s, and he used to do head reconditioning, engine overhauling at home. And there was a problem with our Skoda, so he wrote to the Skoda Czechoslovakia, and their engineer came to our house to look at the car. And it was his passion, and that is how he molded me also in that. And this two-wheeler repairing we did for a while. Then we prepared bikes for races. My friend of mine who was with me, he took part in races with those bikes, and we did pretty well in that, but we didn't find it much challenging. So we finally moved on to four-wheeler section, and then finally we started on our own in '89. We started in our bungalow on a very small scale, and we didn't have any help because we couldn't afford any. So me and my partner, we used to work on our own, repair all cars, wash them, clean them, and then deliver. So this is with good family background, and with our quality of work, people started coming to us, and with mouth-to-mouth references, got good business and good name in this field.
Since I've known him, he's been under a car. I mean, yeah, people used to tease me that to talk to him, I had to go under the car. But, well, really, it makes no difference to me. He likes what he does, he's good at it. He works very passionately. He works hard to the extent that it affects his health sometimes. But he's very good at it, and people trust him.
I will say that motorsport was more active in older days than now. It is. Because that time the cars were little cheaper, or the rupee value was better, I will say. Then the enthusiasm and everything was there. So individually as a person, if I wanted to take part in a motorcycle race, I will take my bike, modify it on my own, and take part. The fees were less. The investment cost was pretty much less to just to, take part and go through that enthusiasm or whatever, fulfill your enthusiasm. There were motocrosses held in Hadapsar previously. Hadapsar flying ground. The motocross used to be there. So we were in our school days. So we used to take a bus, PMT bus, and go there to watch it, because we didn't have enough money and listening to go on our own scooter, to pay for the petrol also. So then we used to go there, watch the races, and then slowly this sport became expensive, and then it started going out of reach of a common man. So it was then sponsored by companies. You need to have a sponsor because the costs are high. Then especially for motor racing rallies, you need rough dirt roads. So previously there were a lot of villages with dirt roads where you could go and take rallies and events. So to hold such an event, you need a lot of approvals from government also, and then that is where all politics and everything starts, and that ruins the fun of the game. So and now with this new generation cars, there is so much of electronics that a common man cannot do it on his own. Previously it was just mechanical, so he could do any modification on his own, and he can take part, pay the fees, and do basic modifications, safety rules, follow the safety rules, and he can enjoy that environment. That is how it is slowly on a decline. But now recently I can see there is still again little bit of action happening. Let's hope that we get good motorsport action in Pune also now, or in India, matter of fact. With this racing only, we started working on modification and everything, and with our kind of work, people appreciated the quality, so more inquiries started pouring. And but now it has happened that it's different kind of work, so mixing old and new, it becomes very difficult. That balance becomes very difficult. So you can't take 10 old cars and 10 new cars. So we have to take 1 or 2 old cars only, finish them slowly, because your main bread and butter is new cars, because that's like a Udupi principle. They have a turnover. The old cars, you have to do the same job again and again, because the parts have reached a fatigue level where you have to recreate some energy out of it, or some life out of it, and keep it going till your new part arrives, if you get it, if you are lucky. So maybe there is a possibility that you open the same, like there is a problem in the gearbox and you're not getting parts. You might have to get it made from somebody. So you must know a person who can give you that kind of quality, and so you have to build up a different kind of team. Because in new generation cars, it's all replacement. It's hardly any repairing. But here, you have to apply your mechanical brain and understand that application and make the part. So which is very tricky situation, and that may fail, and still you have to do it and complete. So it takes like few years to complete one project, and you don't get paid in that manner. So it's just the enthusiasm that it keeps you going, not the money. Previously it was a man-to-man relationship. The customer used to know the owner personally. He could talk to him, or they could meet for a chat. So we are trying to preserve that whole atmosphere, and we try to keep that personal rapport with our customers. We always thought that people now are just driving cars. We want people or customers to understand that the car talks back to you. You have to listen to that. Otherwise, you incur a lot of expenses. So you have to develop a relationship with your car.